What is this all about? No, just shut up and let me think.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the extension of the annual purge, sanctioned by the U.S. government. Until further notice, all crime, including murder, will continue to be legal. Your new founding fathers have eliminated all rules from the annual purge. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn.
I soon realized that the purge is a blessing. Finally, a purge that gives up on America. The Forever Purge is a new movie directed by Eduardo Valerio Gout, and this film stars Ana de la Reguera and Josh Lucas. All the rules are broken as a sect of lawless marauders decide that the annual purge does not stop at daybreak and instead should last forever. And we have the movie The Forever Purge. Yeah, this is finally the last movie of the franchise. It was marketed as the last film of the franchise, hopefully so. After watching the first movie was just okay, wasn't that good in my eyes. That second movie was entertaining. The third movie was election year. That movie took a decline and wasn't as good as the second movie, but you know. Then there was the first Purge, which was my favorite film of the franchise, because that movie was entertaining, not as good or from a quality level perspective, but still I was entertained. Then we have the TV series, which I haven't seen, I haven't watched, but I heard it got canceled or retcon or something like that. So with all of that saying, that solidified all my reasons why I was going into this movie a little bit hesitant and a little bit skeptical. So when I'm watching this movie, the dialogue happened. So I was thinking to myself, can the action sequences at least start off, please? So the first 5-10 minutes were pretty much like hours leading on to the purge. We followed these new characters, Juan, Dylan, and Mr. Tucker. And we get a understanding of who these characters are. We see that these characters have personal conflicts with one another. The setup for this movie, I would say, it started off a little bit slower than usual comparing to the other Purge movies, because usually in the beginning of those movies, it starts off the first 10 minutes, the first 20, 15 minutes, you know, it starts off leading on to the purge, and then around that 16 mark, or around that 20-minute mark, the purge is happening. We got our character trying to survive the night. But this movie's a little bit different. It was leading on to the purge, but it didn't really happen.
There, the fight's over!
Like, it was leading on to the purge, and we get a little bit of who these characters are, and we pretty much passing the time during the purge, but then after the purge, that's when the film gets interesting.
What did he say?
Because, you know, we have our characters enjoying the daylight, enjoying the sun, you know, they survived the night, they all happy, you know, celebration, yeah, come on. Bang! You get shot, you die instantly. You found out that the purge is not really over, but no, the purge doesn't last for 12 hours. It lasts forever. And the tension definitely builds up because we have our characters trying to figure out what is going on. The government said the purge is over. What is our government trying to conspire against us without them telling us? Then our characters are pretty much trying to figure out the night, trying to survive pretty much the day. And then it follows this group of looters, and that's when the film takes an interesting turn. So while our characters are trying to figure out why the purge is still going on, they realize that it's happening all across the U.S. And they got to get to this new destination in El Paso, Texas, and that's when the elevation of the thrills rises. And the violence leading on to El Paso, Texas, is chaotic, it is over the top, and it works. I think it works. Some people say it might look like a video game or feel like a video game because everyone's wearing masks, but it certainly don't. The action sequences was filmed on a competent level. These characters were interesting enough to make me care a certain way. They did a good job of delivering some heavy topics that seem to be relatable in our times. It brought the realism to that world, but still the film, has a tone of, the seriousness and the wackiness, I'll get to that a little bit later. But the film had some thrills, had some tension, even more tension that elevated from comparing to the other films. But the film does have some particular flaws I have to point out. Like, this film has some good qualities when it comes to certain story aspects. It has some good qualities to the characters, decent qualities to the characters when it comes to the few action sequences. But for one of the things that I had to talk about was the mix and tone. Like for example, the tone of these movies. There's each movie has that one character that stands out. This film has that one character that stands out that doesn't go with the overall tone of the film. Like, they try to make this film serious, and then there are certain characters that appear to be over the top that just doesn't mix with the tone of the film. I did like the development of certain characters, but there are some other characters, like the side characters, that wasn't really given much to do. Like, for the villain, we get an understanding of what he is based off a tragedy, but from a writing standpoint, we still don't know what his true purpose is and things of that nature, on why he's a villain before the tragedy happened. There are some times where the director would try to make this film like a horror film, and yeah, I understand that you can sort of say it's a horror film based off the characters wearing scary masks during the Purge, but I can't really say this is a horror film or any other Purge films or horror films. I can probably consider them like thrillers or something like that. But the director tried to utilize jump scares, like over the top jump scares, and the jump scares revolve around regular people, and then he does it too much in this movie, and it just takes away, and you just know it's going to happen, and it's kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4 jump scare, and it definitely takes away the quality of the film. But the Forever Purge, you're going to get a quality time with this film. It's a good film you can relax and then turn off your brain and enjoy. I'm going to give the Forever Purge a Michael Keaton Batman. This is a good movie, an enjoyable movie, average fun you can enjoy. That's my review of the Forever Purge. What are your thoughts on the Forever Purge? Comment below, let's talk about it, and I'll see you guys in my next review. And if you like everything you see and you agree, subscribe to my channel and join me in the Batman family. I have more Batman-tastic reviews in the way. You have been warned. Till then, ciao.
Holy mackerel.